All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yellow. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go. Go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Bradley. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
15. 66. Bullet high.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end rock, tight end rock. Kings. Alert.
Now Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, let's get in that holes.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but, hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Out, 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 out. Bang, 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 bang. Recon, 132 fighter. Alert, 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 alert. Bravo. 44's the mic, 44's mic. Check, check. Cut.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Browns first down.
7-7, our score after 1. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Switch, switch. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Point it right, point it right, point it right. 59. Watch out! Watch out!
Mayfield on play action. Now he's forced out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Set, 180. Hey, alert 33. Kill, kill, kill.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 36, 36. Topper, topper.
On first down, Bradley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Come back! Kill. Hey, go gun. 15! Hey, let's get it. We're good!
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. Joseph on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
At the 24-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Jacobs now. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Hey, let's go. Let's call me crouch. Right here. Hey, 57.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Set. 180.
They'll run on first down. It's Bradley. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's been a long day for you. Hurry! He's mine. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's 3rd and short.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Alert! Greystone, travel.
On 3rd down, it's Bradley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Regular.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the
Buzz.
slit. Watch the slit.
Watch out.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And that'll set them back 5.
Oh, yeah!
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right, in your play.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
On first down, Bradley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Going to run the jet sweep. Callaway with it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
59. Mike's 59. Here we go, here we go.
Mayfield off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darren Lee in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
King.
Joker.
61, matchbox lights.
Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set, 180.
Check.
That's what I do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. That one a first down pickup of 8. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back to you. 57 the mark.
Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
I got it. Shift. Watch the shift.
First down, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Shit! Run. Pistol. No. Off. Hey, alert!
Working out of the gun. Mayfield flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
180! You can't block me!
They'll run on first down. It's Bradley. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Joseph is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bradley. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go play action. Mayfield. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. He returns that punt 73 yards as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Browns drive about to get started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradley. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is right down the middle. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Frank Clark, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
180. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
180.
59. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On third down, it's Bradley. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
Check 9, check 9.
Here's Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Bradley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 44 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now here's Mahomes. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and now it's 2nd down.
Buy down these two. Buy down these two. All right, 0-15.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's Mahomes to throw, eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Check. 53's Mike. Here we go.
Running the toss here to Jacobs. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80.
Mike. Watch the pass. Yellow. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On second and goal, Mahomes in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
53's Mike. Check.
Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. Completes it to Hardman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's fourth and goal. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Tight dog. Hurry.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bradley. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Going to run the jet sweep. Callaway with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set. 180.
Check. 59. Stop your whining. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Rush in.
On third down, it's Bradley, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Attack, attack!
Back to throw, Mahomes. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
Mahomes to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 39. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped lead.